If you don't believe that human beings are noble, that human beings deserve beauty, what is going to motivate you to be a designer? I arrived in 1993 and I was a professor at Tsinghua University. In those days, it was very hard for foreign architects to get work. We started by working mostly for foreign companies because I had more chance to win foreign projects, right? We were doing Anglo-American law firms, financial institutions. That has totally changed in the last 30 years. Now, 90% of our clients are Chinese companies, right? So that's exciting. At Robarts Spaces, we do three kinds of projects, right? Our biggest number of projects are workspace projects. And we also do projects for education, and we do projects for healthcare. We've had such a privilege to witness China in the last 3 decades. It has just been an unbelievable miracle. And to actually be here and witness it, and in some ways be part of it, actually has been an incredible privilege. One of the things about creative design, and also being at the same time an entrepreneur, is that both of those require imagination. Both of these actually have that same spirit of looking, in the unknown, being comfortable with the unknown, exploring the unknown, and using our imagination to envision what can be. Somehow I had the privilege to be married to Karen, who I think is a brilliant entrepreneur. She has no fear of going to the unknown, of trying things that have not been tried before. So, and in terms of our corporate philosophy for development, how is it that we develop? First of all, we have spent our time trying to create a culture, trying to create something that is a quite special home for the people who work here. So I think my advice, as an entrepreneur, as a creative, is build a strong culture and the profits will happen. If you focus on profits, you might not get the culture and then you won't last for very long. So I think that's our sort of philosophy for development. I grew up, my father was an architect, my mother was an artist, a professor of art. So I grew up in a very creative environment. But I think that actually the passion for design comes from a passion for being a human being, and loving other human beings. Because at the heart of design is a belief and a love for beauty. So I think architecture is a fantastic training for life. It has the creative side, it has the science side, it's a very rounded education. And I think an architectural education is not just an education to go and design buildings. It's an education for life. We are under incredible pressure at the moment, especially because there are a lot of young people who work here, and there is an epidemic of hopelessness, not in China, but around the world among young people. So what is it that we can do to bring hope? I think that the first thing is we have to become comfortable with uncertainty. Uncertainty is also the foundation for hope, right? Because actually, if everything is certain, there's no hope, it's just fixed. So hope requires uncertainty. The other thing I think is important is that in order to have hope, you have to have some difficulties. We need tests, we need difficulties, because that makes us stronger. I wrote a book called 19, which was the story that was of my 19-year-old son, who was diagnosed with brain cancer, and 9.5 months later he passed away. And I wrote that book because I needed to process what I had just experienced, right? So for me, it was almost like a therapy. Culture shock normally, is a negative thing. I've experienced a very positive experience of thinking, wow, the Chinese are incredible, truly incredible. Clear values and a commitment to serve for the betterment of the world. Make the world a better place. I think that to us is what we hope to see in our children.